Today I'm reacting to the craziest moments from Zack from a guy literally building a prosthetic arm made out of Legos to a man delivering a baby with a knife that she literally split her own stomach with. And by the way, bro, these moments only get crazier throughout.
You travel to the very edge of the universe, throw a spear into it, and it passes through, then it didn't actually hit the boundary. It just moved into more space. This means the universe must not actually end at the edge. It must be bigger. But if you throw the spear and it bounces off, well, that means that there still has to be something on the other side to block it. And something isn't nothing. Meaning, either way, the edge can't be the end, right? Well, this assumes that the universe has an actual edge, when in reality, space itself could just bend and warp around itself. Meaning, no matter how far you traveled, you just might never find an end to throw the spear at.
That's very crazy and scary when you're actually thinking about it. That, like, if you're comparing us to, like, the universe and, like, space in general, bro, we're like a piece of dust, man. We're a piece of atom, bro. Bro, space is scary, bro. Shout out to my astronomers, if I said that correctly. Yeah, Zach, I don't think anyone would throw a spear at the edge of the universe. This ain't physics. This is mythics. Yeah.
He built the Lego bricks around his arm stump when he was just 9 years old, hoping to create a prosthetic arm. You see, in the womb, his right arm never fully developed. But as he grew up, he started playing with Legos until he made his first Lego arm. Now, that first version didn't work, but he tried again years later, making an arm with a movable elbow.
I gotta say, yo, this guy's crazy. Yo. Genius person, bro. At 9 years old, I was picking my boogers, bro. This guy built a whole Lego arm that could fit onto his, whatever you call it, his stump. And it's movable, bro. What?
And a grabber to pick things up. Since then, he's made 4 more versions, each one better than the last. And because he shared the plans for free, anyone can now build a Lego arm.
Yeah, nah, these are actually crazy moments, bro. I'm glad we're getting this side of Zack films, because there's another side of Zack films where it is quite traumatizing, and hopefully we don't see that. But honestly, these moments would just only get crazier throughout the video.
They release the thread as the wind lifts them up thousands of feet higher than a skyscraper. You see, when spiders hatch from their sacs, there's not enough food nearby to feed all of them. So they climb upwards to test the wind with their front legs. And as the silk leaves their body, it catches onto wind and electricity in the air, which can carry them across entire oceans. But during the flight, they risk being eaten by birds, and one wrong landing could mean they vanish into the sea.
Wow, that is really cool. Wait, hold up, this is actually very scary, because what if a spider from Australia comes to us, bro? Comes to your place? Hell no. Hell no. Imagine seeing a group of spiders flying around instead of birds. I'm pretty sure that actually happened, bro. There was like a swarm of spiders just in the air that looked like flies, but it was just spiders. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No. Oh wait, it's a spider. Oh hell no. The spiders are chill though, I ain't gonna lie. House centipedes, bro. Crickets, bro. Nah, they gotta go.
They didn't hear the roof groaning under their weight.
Oh no.
You see, they had climbed up to get a better view of the game. More and more people joined them while the roof below strained until the middle gave out. They dropped through beams and metal, and some landed on a huge furnace filled with molten glass.
Where are they?
Fell on the floor, trapped under the rubble. A pipe above them broke, causing scalding hot oil to pour out, and some had ignited as it rained down, setting the group on fire. In the end, 23 people died just because they wanted a better view.
And this is what I meant by Zack films being traumatizing. This is the craziest moment I've ever seen. Bro, yo, rest in peace to those 23 people that died, man. That's so tragic. This is like Final Destination. Man, I bet my life that he's gonna score in 2 minutes. Rest in peace, bro. The pain that they felt must have been unbearable. It's just being burned alive must be crazy, bro. That is. Where were they in the first place to have? No. Hold on. What kind of building is next to a football place that has this? What is this, bro?
She took the knife to her pregnant belly and started to cut out her baby. You see, she lived too far away from a hospital, and when she went into labor at home, the baby just wouldn't come out. After 12 hours of painful labor, she drank 3 glasses of hard liquor and grabbed a knife. It took her 3 tries to cut through until she finally pulled out the baby. After cutting the umbilical cord, she wrapped a sweater around her wound, then sent her other son for help. A medic stitched her up with a needle and thread, then took her to the hospital, where she and the baby made a full recovery.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. Like, just for the sake of the video, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. So let me just process what happened. About a good pregnancy, or bear baby, right? And so she cut
the knife to her pregnant belly and started to cut
out. So this is like an early pregnant, because her baby couldn't come out, so she would split her stomach in half. You know, please, like process that. Yo, that's crazy. No, I gotta see the comments, bro. The pain must have been horrific, but the fact her and her child survived is insane. Yeah, that takes insane dedication. Props to the woman for going through the men's pain. Right, and there's a whole story if y'all want to read this, bro. Pause the video if y'all want to read this. Dude, that's insane.
The farmer would clip the glasses over the bird's beak, and the colored glass would make everything look red. You see, if a chicken sees blood on another bird, it could start pecking at it. And if it doesn't stop, it can actually peck the other chicken to death. In the crowded coops, this would stress out the other birds, and soon they would start turning on each other as well, pulling out feathers and pecking viciously. But if they were wearing the colored glasses, then everything would look red, meaning they couldn't make out the blood and were less likely to start pecking in the first place. Millions of these glasses were fitted onto chickens across America until farmers just started cutting off their beaks instead.
Yes, that's a crazy moment. Wow, I don't even know what to say at that point, bro. What a plot twist. Like, I know it's crazy. These type of videos make me realize that thousands of farmers actually experience this. Imagine walking to your chicken coop and seeing all the chickens dead with one last chicken standing in the middle. Yeah, bro. Imagine walking past a poultry farm and seeing chickens wearing many glasses. That would be cool. I definitely want to see that. I felt that last chicken when his beak was chopped off. Yeah, that was very unfortunate, bro.
You fart inside a spacesuit. You might think it would have a special vent to let it out. But the base layer of the suit is airtight, meaning it traps everything inside, including smells. Now, it does have a system that pulls in bad air, like your fart, and traps them in special filters. But it doesn't make the smell go away, meaning for a few minutes, you're just stuck, floating in space, breathing in your own fart.
Ugh, that's disgusting, bro. Oh my gosh, y'all better not be gassy. Don't eat them raw eggs, bro. Don't eat them eggs. Yeah, actually never runs out of ideas. Yeah, Zack Films is the most creative person ever, and he has an infinite content glitch because, bro, he can literally make content about anything, bro. Like how your fingernail grows, or like why does the chicken cross the road, or something like that, bro. That's crazy. In space right now, was about to fart, but I scrolled onto this. Thanks. Zack is now traumatizing all the kids who want to be astronauts. Yep, pretty much. Thanks to Zack Films for traumatizing those kids. He ruined their dreams.
A stray bullet was shot towards his house and tore through his wall as it headed straight for his chest. But it slammed into his brand new copy of the Elder Scrolls anthology. The thick case cracked and the discs shattered, but its energy was absorbed layer by layer. And by the time it reached halfway through, the bullet was stopped and buried deep inside, saving his life.
Wow. Yeah, I gotta lie, I've watched many Zack film videos, and this video so far has one of the most crazy moments from him. Like, this is wild. Like, this is absolutely wild. Bro was saved by the Elder Scrolls anthology, bro. What the? This is the bullet stopped because it heard the Elder Scrolls case, yo. Stop right there, kind of most scum. Yeah, bro. More specifically, Morrowind was the exact game to stop the bullet. Bethesda ended up replacing his set. This was 8 years ago. Oh, wow.
He broke into the car and began to drive away, but the car lurched to a sudden stop, and the doors locked on their own, trapping him inside, while hidden cameras recorded him as he started to panic. You see, police had previously placed valuable items in the back and left the keys inside, all to tempt someone to steal it. As they drove away, officers pressed a button that disabled the car, leaving the thief locked inside until officers pulled up to arrest him. And the footage from the hidden cameras became evidence in court, leading to dozens of convictions. Now, these traps did help cut down car thefts in some areas, but some believe that it isn't fair, saying police are tricking people into stealing.
Please, what is wrong with the world, bro? There's no way that was a way to trick. Bro, don't steal, bro. What are we what? Please force me to be a POS. This is insane defense. Pro tip, don't steal. Exactly. Nah, this can't be real, bro. It's like chickens protesting to keep KFC open. I'm like, bro, there's no way you can be tricked into stealing, bro. You purposely have to steal. Like, maybe unless you accidentally grab the wrong thing. I get it. Like, you grab the wrong book. Okay, that makes sense. But, bro, nah, I can't even be bothered to, like, react to this because there's no way that people thought the police tricked people to steal. What? Yeah.
The boy dove into the flooded ditch for fun. As he jumped in, the water suddenly sucked him into the drain,
oh my
dragging him
gosh.
in 30 feet. When rescuers searched, there was no sign of him, until one of them spotted fingers poking out through a manhole. You see, as the boy was pulled through the drain, he had somehow grabbed hold of a ladder, and a tiny air pocket under the lid allowed him to breathe. He stuck his fingers out of the manhole cover, and when they pried it open, he made it out, soaking wet, but alive.
Let's go. What a happy story, bro. God, goodness, it wasn't traumatizing because it was. I'm gonna jump off the cliff. We had enough traumatizing from Zack D Films, bro. This is good. He used all of his luck and his life for this moment. This is why moms always told me not to play near the gutter. Yep, pretty much. Bro, survivor instincts are unstoppable. Yeah, bro. Oh, wow, and here's the whole story, y'all, if y'all want to see this.
He stepped into the trap, and it snapped shut on his leg. He tried to pry it off, but for the next few days, it remained stuck. Finally, the hunter who set the trap found him and let him go. But instead of helping, he just walked away. The man was too injured to move and was stranded with no phone. For 10 days, he tried to crawl back, eating bugs and drinking from a spring just to survive. 2 weeks later, a fisherman finally heard his cries, and even though he had lost 30 pounds and had a rotting foot, he did survive.
Yo, screw that man, bro. Screw that man that, like, did not help him, bro. Nah. That hunter refused to help him has some serious villain arc, bro. Exactly, bro. Staying alone in the wild, eating bugs for 2 weeks is crazy. Respect him not giving him. Yeah, bro, that's so bad because, like, yo, think. Okay, you're helpless, right? Bro, imagine when it becomes nighttime in the woods. What could you do? Bro, he said, like, 30 days?
10 days.
10 days. Bro, the night is pitch black, bro. In woods, bro, it's so scary to be in a pitch black area, bro. And, like, dude, like, you're helpless, you're in pain as well. Your thing is rotting, so it's probably so itchy, and you have to eat bugs to survive. Nah, yo, props to this guy, bro. Nah, that's crazy.
If your key breaks in your lock, take a toothbrush and snap the head off with pliers. Then hold a lighter a few inches away to melt the tip. And when it's soft, press it against the edge of the broken key. This lets the plastic slowly fuse with the metal. Once it hardens, you can lightly wiggle the toothbrush, pulling it back out to rescue your key.
Thank you, Zack. No, that's actually kind of useful, but I don't think I'll have a brush on me. Not thinking about it. Like, I don't think I would have I can just whip out a little brush, you feel me? Hey, oh my gosh, your key broke in half, which is kind of really crazy since they're made out of metal. But oh no, my key broke. Oh, don't worry, I got a brush and a lighter. Honey, where's the toothbrush and lighter? You let them inside. Oh, exactly. Like, exactly, bro. Until the toothbrush also fuses with the lock. It works, but if you're locked out of your apartment, yep. Exactly.
If you press your finger onto a mirror and the reflection lines up perfectly tip to tip, it means that there's a thin metallic coating right on front of the glass. And since the room is brightly lit, the coating bounces light back at you, looking like a normal mirror. But on the other side, the room is completely dark, allowing the mirror to look transparent from that side, meaning someone could watch everything you do while you only see your own reflection. Just remember, if there's a tiny gap between your nail and the reflection, it's likely a normal mirror. But if they touch tip to tip, leave.
Whoa. Hold on. I'm gonna try that real quick. There's no way because now thinking about it, I'm doing it against my PC, bro. Right? My little PC right here. If I press it, yeah, my finger goes tip to tip. But I actually gotta try in the real bathroom. I'm gonna report back. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know about that trick. Maybe I have to test like different mirrors or something, but like I got the same result as a PC glass that's transparent. If you touch tip to tip, leave. Hey, yo.
The boy fired a shot at the black bear, wounding it. But when they tracked it down, it charged at them out of nowhere. The father fired 8 shots at it, but he missed every single...
Sorry, I have to pause that. How do you miss 8 shots? Yo, buddy, Yeah, how do you miss 8 shots?
One, and the bear pinned him to the ground, mauling his face and arms. He tried to defend himself, but it was too strong. Then the boy pulled the trigger, killing it with a single shot. The father was rushed to the hospital, but he survived thanks to his son.
Bro, had the aim of a Star Wars trooper, bro. Missing 8 shots where your son does the job in 1 is crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, I don't like to laugh at like serious situations, but bro, how do you miss 8 freaking shots, bro? My only guess is like, bro was like so nervous, but still, survival instincts of a fart, man. You have to lock in when you gotta lock in. You know what I mean? That kid's gonna be winning every argument. That boy's gonna get whatever he wants for the rest of the father's life. You better damn well, bro. Like missing 8 shots, that's pathetic. I'm sorry.
He left to sell cattle, but never came back. For years, his family searched tirelessly, and thinking he died, they even held memorials for him. But 30 years later, he suddenly reappeared, wearing the same exact clothes and holding the train ticket from the day he went missing. Now, he couldn't remember anything from when he was gone and insisted that he was home all along. Now, some think he was kidnapped by aliens, while others think the government took him for secret testing, but to this day, no one knows where he was for those 30 years.
Okay. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. For those who don't know, the man's name was Vasil Gorgos. And this is a... Wow, this is a real story, bro. There has to be some plot holes, bro. How do you not remember, man? 30 years? That's quite a bit of time, bro. 30 years, bro? That's when, like, some people would be getting married and having kids.
While sweeping, he tilted his hand over a truck's fuel tank, dropping in a handful of dirt, which ended up breaking the engine. And no one ever suspected him because he acted stupid. You see, he was captured during the Vietnam War, and instead of fighting back, he just pretended to be dumb. He acted like he couldn't read or understand orders, convincing the guards that he wasn't smart enough to cause trouble. But behind that act, he memorized the names of over 250 prisoners, and he even learned the exact location of the camp by watching closely when guards took him into town for fake glasses fittings. When he was finally released, he went back to the US and told them all the information he gathered, which ended up saving hundreds of prisoners.
Wow, yo, props to that guy. What a mission. Bro, that must have been taking like 5 years straight of just like, wow, that's crazy. No, Vsauce was a prisoner of war, bro. With a bunch of nice guys being kind to the mentally disabled soldier. Yeah, that's pretty nice. To be smart, first you must be stupid. Sun Tzu or something. Nice.
Holding nothing but a cane, the man looks like he's floating.
Fake,
but
bro.
If you take this trick apart, you'll see there's actually a
chair.
strong metal frame sitting on the ground. And attached to this is a short rod. The frame is covered with a cloth, and the rod sticks up, allowing the performer to place the cane on top, which has a special arm attached. This is threaded through the sleeve of the performer's jacket before he attaches a solid steel platform to the arm. And when he sits on it, he slips the platform into the seat of his pants before slipping his arm through the jacket, covering the entire structure, which is fully supporting his weight.
Now what? I don't know how many people, let's see. Now 18 million people know this trick. So 18 million of y'all that seen this, bro, go up to a guy that does this and pull down his pants. No, actually, no, don't pull down his pants. I mean, uncover the rug, right? And reveal his magic trick.
Face the wall, take 2 steps back, put your head against the wall, grab the chair, and try to stand up. If you're a man, this is most likely impossible. And if you're a woman, it should be a breeze. You see, if you have bigger feet, those 2 steps at the beginning will be larger, moving you farther from the wall. And if your torso is longer, your center of gravity sits around your chest, which is why men just end up headbutting the wall. But women usually have smaller feet, so they stand closer to the wall, and their center of gravity is around their hips, allowing them to stand up easily.
That's not fair. That's not fair, bro. No, that's not fair, bro. His physics teacher wasn't teaching him. He was. Animators be hiding cake, bro.
A black bear ripped straight through the fabric of the Boy Scouts tent and dragged the boy out onto the ground. The bear scratched at him as it pulled, with its teeth digging into his body, but he curled into a tight ball, playing dead. Behind him, the scout leader banged pots together and flashed headlights to scare the bear away. Finally, it let go and stumbled off into the trees. The boy had deep scratches and bruises, but playing dead kept him alive.
Let's go. Bro, props to that boy, man. That honestly, being in a bear attack must be so scary, bro. Like, obviously it is, but man, like, to experience that, he barely survived. Good one. That's a good one. That was a magnificent joke. Yeah. And there you guys have it, the craziest moments from Zack D Films. If you guys want to see more content like this, click this video here.